Hey, good afternoon, traders. This is Peter with Forte Trader, and I have up here to start up a demo, um, my demo platform on the platform of my choice for my spread trades. And I'm starting it off in demo for a reason, because the topic of this video is how long should I sim trade for? Why is sim trade important? Or, what's the purpose? A lot of people have questions about that, or sim trading versus real money. Is there a difference? Of course there is. It's absolutely 100%. But there's training purposes we use uh, simulation for. And I'm going to talk about that in a bit here. In front of us, we have a calendar spread future currency trade that I just closed out today. In my course, which we're revamping right now. Sorry about that, by the way, folks. We've had people sign up and I've had to refund them their funds and put them on hold because we're revamping that. But at the time I made this calendar spread trade, okay, I called that I was going to do this. I wasn't structured. My experience with currency future, especially this pair here, was unknown. I didn't know what it was going to do. I had an entry, a solid entry on my spread charts, which is what you see in front of you. But as far as the structure of the trade, how the instruments work, how they perform, how they work with and against each other, I wanted to feel that, the tick sizes, the value, and the strength of the stretch of the move. You had no idea what to expect there. So rather than hop in and trade my hard-earned money, because that's what that is. It's not easy made money. For those of you who think trading or you're here because you're gonna make a lot of money real quick. I want to simulate or exercise the plan. Okay, I already have a plan now, and let's say in this case I want to exercise how it moves and how it pays. Okay, this was a winning trade. We closed it out today, but I simmed it. It was a demo. Okay, where's our? That's here we go. So we closed this trade out at made about 1,100, almost $1,200, just shy of that, and we were basically shorting the Australian dollar and long the Swiss franc. In the calendar spread course, again, guys, the boot camp, I talk about the 5 different ways to make this kind of money. Both of these currencies were short between the Swiss franc, if you see this chart here at the bottom of the board, and the Aussie dollar. They both went short, even though we were long Swiss. But see, what happened is the Australian dollar went down much further. And then in the several days before that, because we held this trade for about a week, we made a good long position on the Swiss franc. Side note, because this topic is more about sim trading and what you should be used for, how long you should be sim trading, and things like that. Just side note on this calendar spread, folks. Again, future boot camp. If you want to sign up, go to fortetrader.com. Back to the reasons I think. Let's say here. There we go. Okay, these are the main 3 reasons I would recommend why you should be sim trading on anything. If you're a stock option trader, stock trader, commodity future, whatever it is, forex, look, Bitcoin currencies. To me, these are 3 most important things. Are you testing a new strategy? Most traders that are already experienced have, one trick pony, whatever, or just one strategy that they implement. It's already honed in. That's what they like. That's what they prefer. You might be testing a new one. Okay. Guys all the way 20, 30 years into trading, they may want to test something. So something a little different kind of risk reward ratio trades on an instrument. So to test a new strategy is obviously the ideal reason you want to be trying to sim trade. Okay. Testing a new platform. Okay. A couple months back, I switched over my spread trade account to a firm in Chicago. I won't say names, and I pay a little bit more on the commission, but I like the way I can use entries on spreads with them because they understand spread and they also understand a thing called span margin. Whole different topic. But so in that process, I need to test that product. So I make sure I don't accidentally, especially in a calendar spread trade, which it could be simple, could also be very hard in the beginning, and you can trick yourself into putting the entry the wrong way, the reverse way, and even though your intention was right, your money's not, because you did something wrong. And so testing a new platform is a very, very good reason to be sim trading the first few times. Understand it. The broker's platform, if it's directly from the broker, most of these days it is. And Just get the hang of it. And then once you get the hang of it, jump back into your, your money management live trading rules, because you don't want to be stuck in sim trading forever. Okay, it happened to me the first couple of years. I was sim trading and making all this bucks, multi-contract fat lots, and then when the reality kicked in, I was trading real money. One, my strategy still wasn't honed in at the time, so it hurt me, and the emotions kicked in because of the real money, and it'll really mess with you. And I see it mess with a lot of people out there, especially in the retail community, because your initial training that you took on, some people think like they got the best training in the first start. Maybe they got lucky. I went through a lot of training before I found like my one and only mentor now and friend. Never even charged me a penny. Taught me the best strategies in the market because and that's just how it ended up. So it took me even a longer curve to perfect my trading. Some people from the beginning get it off really well in the beginning, but I was simming for like a long time because I was meeting different people, joining different schools, spending $1,000 on education, trying not to limit my live trading money because the strategies kept changing too. So you see, if you look at this little graph here, I kind of just made this really quickly, testing a new strategy until you build confidence in that strategy, and then you can go in to a trade because you've done it so many times, and the emotion is kind of gone now. In the beginning, you're going to switch to live money. Emotion's going to kick in. You're not going to like it. Heart rate meter on your iWatch, your Apple Watch will probably say you need to breathe. It happens to all of us, but then it's like any exercise, you get thick skin about it, and you learn and you get confident, and so again, after your strategy and testing a platform, to understand structure or newly trading market, I mentioned that, this trade here, to me, I'm not new to spreads, commodity spreads, especially on futures end, but the Swiss dollar, Aussie dollar, I never touched it before, and I wanted to just know how it did. Now I'm not using much of the charts on the technical side. If I want to, I'll break down the charts off my broker, but I use a different platform for spread trading, okay? And I'll talk about them more in boot camp. But so I knew, just by the way, where I drawn these red lines, that's my sell point, and we reach max resistance levels on this currency spread, and the chances the odds were stacked up to a 15-year historical pattern for me that odds were the wind were going to be behind my back. Okay, odds are the wind is behind my back is what I meant to say. Excuse me. And the green line area, as you see, is kind of like a heavy area here, where up to 15 years ago, I feel that I can see visually that was a good place to take profits if you had one leg. And I was only trading this thing one lot. Again, I wanted to see what one lot can do, because I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to, like I said earlier, about simming crazy. And we know if we do good in one lot and we keep doing it repetitively, what 50 lots and 100 lots can do. We know we could figure that out, right? So just was trying to be realistic. This thing had about a max drawdown of, where was it that I had drawed this? I was going to put this on a blog. It went up just this last weekend here, mid-November 2018. This thing went up a maximum against me about $800, and we closed out here today for a total profit of $11.57 per contract. Now, how do I use risk management rules? It's different for everybody. In this case, you can say it was close to a 1-to-1, but with spreads, it can change a lot. It's different. Why? Because you can't calculate sometimes these spreads, especially where it's not I don't want to go too much off the subject of the sim trade deal, but in this situation too, I wanted to feel the stretch of this leg. It's hard to really have a measurement tool for spread. It's a little bit different. Okay, so basically back to that point is sim trading, use it until you get your strategy set and you're confident. Use your sim trading to test out a new broker platform or another platform or whatever, and to understand the market you're trading, the structure of that market, and the personality of that market, whatever is new to you, sim trade and get it down. And then from there, again, don't hesitate to get back into live, or get into live after that. Don't slow down. You can't buy time back. And if you committed yourself to trading to, make an income, whether it be small or large, you kind of want to eventually be live. That's just kind of what you got to do. You got to take a little bit of the growing pains and do that. And then again, sim something you see on your platform, another opportunity, and a different kind of an instrument, and you really want to take it, especially in our calendar spread trading world, ladies and gentlemen. We find opportunities that we want to exploit that we might not necessarily have as much experience in, whether it be in the financials, the energies, the commodity, the agricultures, being a first time thing. As of today, I just got in, we just exploited a cotton spread, so. Nothing wrong with sim trading. Don't be embarrassed about it. I get teased sometimes from friends, hey, is that a real live trade or sim trade? Live trade, sim trade. It's part of my business. All that matters is I know why I'm doing it. I know why I'm exploiting a real live trade. I know why I'm exploiting a sim trade. Okay? It's just like anything else. It's like you go to a gym to learn jiu-jitsu. You don't just jump into a tournament unless you just, for other personal reasons. You get some mat time, you get some training time before you build that confidence. Otherwise, you go to the tournament, you're nervous. You're nervous because you know that you're missing something. You have a lack of confidence somewhere, or other reasons, but that's usually the main thing. And so, just like any other thing, like any other sport, you're a professional motorcycle or race car driver, and you have a Ferrari and you have a Ducati motorcycle. But you got to test drive. You've been looking at this Lamborghini. Okay, well, you need a test drive before you buy it. Just because you know how to drive doesn't mean hop on in and drive away. What if you don't like it? And they're very different kind of cars, by the way. I've driven these machines. I don't own any. Don't know if I ever will, because not just the wanting or the need or of it. So. But you drive it, and if when you're confident, if you like it, that is, you buy in with real money, right? You're a proud owner of a Lamborghini. But in the meantime, sim trade, folks, and don't forget why you're doing it. And then when it's time, stop, get in live, make some money. You're spending a lot of time in this. You've invested a lot of time in this, so get in there and make a few bucks. All right. Any questions? Go ahead and ask me. And or just send an email or a message below here. Again, subscribe if you want to keep following, like if you enjoyed it. I hope it did help you. It's just from one trader to another, giving you some advice out there in the world. Okay? Happy trading.